Hello, sisters. This is Sister Raven speaking. First of all, I apologize for the background noise. This is the only day that I have a few hours free from work for working all week, basically. So I have to do laundry and cleaning and stuff in this day. So whatever. And well, anyways, I want to share my experience about how I lost one of my tooth and almost lost three more of them just by staying at the mercy of my now ex-husband, and how being a traditional wife, very submissive, with no job and just staying at home doing whatever the man wants, cost me. So I talked in previous videos about how my life was and what my experience was, and I know many women are experience this, and I want to talk about it because I feel really bad, and I also feel very embarrassed. I have no courage to share all this with my close friends because I am really embarrassed about it. They don't know this part of my life experience. I mean, they know that I was in an abusive relationship and all those things like this man did to me, but there were some other things that I never talk about it, and this is one of them. So I was having pain in one of my molars, and it was at the beginning it was just like a discomfort when I was chewing, and something very basic like eating was turning into something very uncomfortable every day. So can you imagine, like, not even being able to enjoy your meals because discomfort, right? So I start telling my husband, or my then husband, that I wasn't feeling very well on my tooth, and he didn't care. He was just like, ignoring me. So months passed by, and then the pain was increasing to the point that I wasn't even able to chew anymore. And I could tell that my molar was getting darker. So I knew something was bad with it. I was begging him to take me to a dentist, and he was just telling me that he didn't have money. Like, he always refused to pay for my medical insurance. He didn't want me to put myself under his medical insurance or his dental insurance because he said that he was going to pay more, that it was going to cost him more money. So of course, during all the time that we were married, he was getting physical examinations from doctors every year, of course, and he was getting dental cleanings and taking care of his health. But because I didn't have any medical insurance and he refused to pay for me or to put me under his medical insurance, I didn't have any medical attention over years. If I wasn't feeling well, I was just like getting over-the-counter meds, but I didn't have any medical checkups on years. So luckily, I have been always very healthy. But when this issue with my tooth happened, he didn't care. He didn't show any mercy. He was literally not caring. And one day I just decided not to get up off the bed, do nothing, because I was in pain. I was suffering. He didn't care. More days happened until I was constantly complaining about it. And I think like he got tired of me just telling him every day, all day. And he got tired of like me not cooking, not cleaning the house, not doing his laundry because I was in pain on my tooth. Thus, until then, he took me to a dentist. He put me under his dental insurance finally, and he was telling me like, okay, start cleaning, start doing your things. I already put you on there the mental insurance, now you look the dentist and make a dental appointment. So that was another thing. I had to look for a dentist for myself, one who take his dental insurance. And well, he told me to go to these really low cost dental places because he didn't want to pay a lot of it, because it was for me, of course. Anyways, I found a dentist that it was cheap and that did accept his medical insurance, his dental insurance. And they told me like that tooth was already in really bad condition, so they had to pull it out. There was nothing they could do to save it. They told me that I let it pass, and that now it was too late. So the only option that they have is like to pull out my teeth. And they suggest me to do some big cleaning, and because my other tooth were getting bad too, they put some fillings on it. If not, I was going to lose them all. So can you imagine being in pain for months and months? And this man just didn't care. He didn't care. And he was getting all his medical attention and dental attention while I was just there in pain. And that's something that a lot of women have to suffer and endure, because we don't have any other option. So this is another reason why a traditional marriage is not a good thing if you don't have a man who is not protective of you or that really cares about you. In my case, he was only caring about himself and all the benefits that he could get from me by me being his maid, his caregiver, cook for him, and so on. That is a lot, like I had to do his laundry and fold his clothes and prepare the clothes that he was going to take every day. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how men act like grown-up men. And also, if they don't want to put you under his medical insurance, you don't have any more options because you are not working, so you don't have access to medical attention. And if he controls all the money, there is nothing you can do about it. People like to say like, oh, why you didn't leave him. It's not that easy, people. Keep in mind that I had a kid with him, so there's a lot of elements in the equation. I don't have any family, I don't have any friends here. I was totally isolated, and that's what those men do to you. They isolate you. They don't want you to build a community because they don't want you to have other resources or other options in case you want to leave. They want you to be your only sole master and control you in all aspects, even your health aspects. So the only time that I got a little bit of a medical checkup, it was when I was still pregnant, and they did some tests because they were just concerned about the baby, not because they were concerned about me, After my son was born, I didn't have any more insurance coverage by the government, so I didn't have access at all to medical health. So I didn't know what was going on with my body after I had my son. A lot of things were confusing. I didn't have a proper checkup after my son was born because the insurance wasn't covering my care anymore. Use my son's coverage, and I am talking about government healthcare. Once you deliver the baby, the government doesn't care about you anymore. If you are a woman and your kid grows over 18, the government doesn't care about your kid anymore too. So be prepared for that. And you need to have a job if you want to have your own medical insurance. If your husband doesn't want to provide you with a basic thing that is medical insurance and dental insurance, it's not good. You are gonna have troubles in the future if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't have at least 1 yearly checkup and 1 yearly dental cleaning. Okay, so that is one of the first things that you need to secure if you are getting into marriage, right? I am not saying like, okay, don't marry ever. No. I am just sharing my story and my experience and how, because I didn't know better, I had a really bad experience, and it is costing me a lot to start here by myself, because at the end this man just dumped me and he's with another woman now. He doesn't even care about his son. I am the one who has to spend time with him, even though that I don't even have much time free because I have to work 2 jobs, and he doesn't care. He just only cares about himself and his new woman. So be very careful out there, especially if you are young. Don't give all your life and beauty to a man who is not gonna value it. If they isolate you and they don't give you access to the basic things that, like, it is healthcare and dental health, don't even go into that relationship, really, because it's something that he will have control over, and if he wants, you will die there in pain. In this case, he had a little bit of mercy after years when it was too late, and I lost one of my teeth. And now, I mean, he is there, he has all his teeth, and very perfect, because he was able to take care of them all the time that I didn't have access to it, and it's so unfair because I was doing a lot of work in the house and labor for him, and he never valued that. He thought that he was just entitled to all those things, and he was treating me like a slave, like if I was his property, and like I didn't have any other options. Basically, like you don't like it? Oh, where are you gonna go? They play that. So be very careful. Be very careful who you marry. Be very careful about how the dynamic is gonna be. Don't be afraid of ask for your minimal rights, like healthcare and dental care. That's the very, very minimum that you need to secure if you're gonna get into a marriage, and if you are gonna be a traditional stay-home wife. Okay. Well, sisters, thank you for listening.